Today, welcome to Yoga with Bliss. We're a cappella again because we've become quite happy with the body roots workout. And what that means is you move as quickly or slowly as your body wants. If you like music, play some music and add it to your experience when you watch this on YouTube. You see, I'm in construction, so the only open area was my doorway. Well, now my doorway is filled up with a refrigerator. Maybe I'll pretend it's a wall and do a little bit of wall yoga. I don't think it'll fall over. There is a wall behind it. So, guess I'm going to face you and be crooked on my mat. Very good. Let's take a moment and center. See how I'm stepping around? That's me finding weight on the ball of my foot, baby toe, knuckle, heel and toe, settle it in. Many people like to do their mountain with their feet together. Man, is it crowded in my whole upper thigh area. It feels very uncomfortable. Right about here feels nice. What's right for you? Nobody knows except you. Take a moment. Let's do a shoulder roll. Up, back, and down, and tuck your chin. Put your mind on your sternum. Lift your sternum. Put your mind on your pelvis. Tilt your pelvis. And there we are in a beautiful mountain. Let's have, oh, I'm going to show you this. When I do up, back, and down with my shoulders, see these hands? They're right here in line. They're not forward, they're not back, and my palm is forward. This opens up some areas in the shoulder through the chest of the thoracic outlet. Breathe. Recenter your feet as we breathe. Recenter your pelvic girdle. Reiterate your lifted sternum. Reiterate your low shoulders. Breathe. Do you feel your belly coming in and out? That's diaphragmatic breathing. Do you feel your shoulders and chest filling? That's fine too. Choose what's best for you. Notice your body, appreciate what feels good. Notice what is aching and needs tending, and let's keep that in mind. So I've widened my mountain and I shift my weight side to side. So something fabulous happened today. I have not taken my vitamins yet, which means I have not taken my daily leave yet, which means as I stand here, all my joints are educating me. Let's start with the point of the foot, with a point. Feel how that contracts the calf, contracts the arch. So nice. Let's do a heel touch with a heel and a heel. But don't turn your body a whole bunch, just heel touch. Let your arms squeeze back, squeeze back. There you go now. Now on that heel touch, pull your toes right up. Press your arms back, roll your arms up. Which one do you want? You can see I was greedy. I want both. Now let's notice this. Heel touch with a straight leg, but don't jam your heel into the floor. When you do that heel touch, the weight-bearing leg does a little bitty bend. There's just two more, and center yourself up with some lovely shoulder roll. How's your neck? How's your ribs? See how it's got a hip roll with it? Even my feet, your shoulder roll, whole body move looks fabulous in the Zoom room. Here's just a few more, and then we'll straighten up with your legs a little closer. Breathing. Now I'm going to take myself into a salute. Many people do their salute straight up. I've got some challenges. Calcium in my shoulder. So you see that arm's bent. That's all right. Intend your salute as straight up as right for you, your feet in the right place for you for your close stance. Let's take this down to a chair. Do you need your feet in a different position for the chair? Now, by the way, I have my arms here to reiterate my flat back. I'm going to take my arms out of the way, and you can see that flat back. Do you like your arms out? Do you like your arms up? Your chair is probably substantially deeper than mine. Everyone's different. I'm different days. I'm working on my lower chair. Let's do dip, a little dip, and dip in your chair. Reiterate your flat back, chest up. Choose the arms that work for you to reiterate your flat back while working your low back. Are you breathing? Here's 3 and 2 and 1. Push it up into your salute. There you go. Breathe, feel the salute, pelvic tilt, sternum lift, low shoulders, up relaxed. Now your arms might be way, way up. Mine just are my way. And let's do our chair with our dip. I start reiterating my flat back. Then I choose my arms tucked in, and then out, and then up. And then I go to the one that felt best for me. We'll do 4 more. Here's 3 more. Here's 2 more. Beautiful. One last salute. Pelvic tilt, sternum lift. Arms best for you. Feel your weight. All right, now take a moment and close your eyes. Open them as soon as you need to so you don't lose balance. Breathing. Balance, take your arms out, eyes closed. We're just standing in a mountain. Try palms down. Try palms up. Eyes closed. Take your arms to your side. Breathe and be. Now let's take a moment. Bring your stance a smidgen closer than it was before. So pelvic tilt, sternum lift, chin tuck, best mountain. I do have my hands, palms forward. If your eyes are closed, you might not know. If you've had your eyes closed this whole time, put them up, shoulder roll. Congratulations on your fabulous balance. A balance move to practice and increase your proprioception, your body mind connection, body brain connection, is to stand with your feet as close as is comfortable, breathing and being very nice. Let's continue using muscles, a little step and touch. So here's the deal. The reason I put my hands here is to make sure that I'm not twisting in my hips, and I step as wide as I want, and then begin one arm up, one arm down. So we have a bend in the spine and the arm drops of the lower arm. Go as slow or as quickly as your body wants. What we're doing, we are using muscles through the full body so that the muscle fibers become engaged. And that way, when we stretch, more muscle fibers are engaged in the stretch. Just 2 more. There you go. Here's another balance move. Find your mountain to begin. Breathing. It's just a knee lift. That's all. Do you like your arms out low, out high? Do you like your arms to reach across for your knee lift? Why, that balance move way. You can go slower. Move one leg for a longer time. So do your lift as slowly as your body allows. So that works your balance. It gives you time to really stretch those shoulders up as high as your shoulders will go. And there we are. That was your hip flexors. Are you breathing? Now, what's the opposite of your hip flexors? Tall mountain. I'm going to turn sideways for this. With your tall mountain, reiterate your pelvic tilt, sternum lift. Really focus on that pelvic tilt and touch one toe back. Pelvic tilt, See if you arch your back, you can touch your toe back, you can lift it up way high. I know that wasn't way high for some people, but pelvic tilt and a tiny little lift. Your arms are out for balance, a tiny little lift, and there you are. You're practicing the pelvic tilt while you lift your heel behind with the long leg. Take a moment. We'll do this on the other side. This is for awareness. We're preparing for a move that uses more muscles. Pelvic tilt, balance move. Are you breathing? First, just touch back, catch your balance, and then it's a lift back and a lift back. I have to really focus on my pelvic tilt. We're not lifting far, but this isolates the gluteus maximus when your toe is pointing right down. Here's two last, and your last one, beautiful. I'm going to do just a few shoulder rolls. I'm going to face you with that same move we just did, with your awareness of your pelvic tilt. Well, we're going to go for a walk, touch back, touch back. Now think about the pelvic tilt, that beautiful flat back. When you stand tall, your pelvic tilt protects the low back. Now I'm going to lean, and now you want to think about shining your chest upward with a flat back. Lean, and you can lift a little higher, isolating the gluteus maximus, working your muscles in the back right by the waistline, by the L4, by the L5. Work those shoulders. Are you breathing? Yes. All right, now I want to show you a silly little glute. Glutes. Here's another silly little yoga glute move. Breathe and get your flat back. Shine your chest up because we're leaning. Unlock those knees. Now, you may not lean very far. You may lean way down. No one knows but your body. Lean with your flat back, wherever is the right place for you. Find your lowest flat back lean. You ready? Lift yourself, lift yourself, lift yourself tall. Flat back, your lowest flat back. Lift yourself, lift yourself, lift yourself tall. Want to make it harder? Let's take this into a salute. The top, flat back, flat back, flat back. Still around it. You always lift yourself, lift yourself, lift yourself. Flat back, back. Oh yes. Come on, come on, come on up. Shoulder roll. So there was a time when I had a low back injury. If you listen to me long enough, someplace on my body has fallen apart everywhere. And that's useless. It has educated me so much over the decades. And this is what helped me the most as I healed from a couple of ruptured discs, spinal stenosis. Here we are standing in your mountain with your feet at whatever distance is okay for you when you're going to do a forward fold. I go a little wider to make room for my great belly. Other people put their feet together because it feels great. Your stance, your way, for your body. Flat back, flat back, flat back. All right, now we're going to round down. It doesn't matter if you're on an ottoman, stack of blocks. There you are, rounded down. Find your comfortable lowest, rounded down. Breathing. Now, when you come up, you're not lifting like this with a rounded back, lifting in the hips. You're lifting in the low back. And come on, round it. Flatten the back. Round the back. Flatten the back. Let me take a look at how you're doing. Round the back. Yes, that from the angle I can see, for the people in my Zoom room, you look fabulous. Can you feel as you shine your chest forward with this flat back, round your body down? You're working the muscles in the low back to lift you. Come down one last time. Beautiful. So here we are in a forward fold. Do you need some blocks for your forward fold? Know if I need them, but I'm going to try them because they might feel better. Even though I can palm the ground, palming the block might feel better today. Choose your forward fold with your hands right down. Breathe and be. Your hands are spin out. Put one foot in the center. And here we are. Do you remember lifting that leg and it worked your buns? Let's take a leg lift to your standing split. Hips down to the ground. Lower. Lifting. Lower. Relax that neck. Are you up on an ottoman? Are you up on higher blocks? It's your forward fold wherever you are comfortable. Lifting one leg and lowering. Where's your toe pointing of that moving leg? The toe pointing down to the ground. Now, when you get to the top next time, we're going to pulse right up here. I call this one a stuttering standing split. Pulse and pulse and pulse. Beautiful. We'll just do 4 more. Breathing as needed. Take your time, come back down to your forward fold, mellow and well. Now, do you want to go down lower because your body has chilled out and will give you more stretch? Do you want to come higher because it just felt more comfortable? There's that forward fold. Let's turn it into our standing split. So you've adjusted your comfortable height. One foot moves into the middle, breathing. The other foot starts just out here. Your standing split might be right here. And you may just leave it right near the ground when you do your pulses. You may lift just a little and come on down. Or you may lift really big. But keep yours pointing down. Many people will lift much higher than I do. The performance, it does not matter. The perception has your body feel. Hip bones to the ground, gluteus maximus lifting. Of course, this hamstring is stretching. If it's too stretched, then you take a higher surface, might feel better for you. We'll do 2 more. And now we're going to lift and pulse. Find just the right height for your forward fold and pulse and pulse. Now, here's where I really appreciate my knee replacement. When I stood on my one knee with my full body weight, quite frankly, my bones would get all out of line and crunch and hurt. And now they are just fabulously recovering and improving all the time. Are you breathing? Come on down to your forward fold. Make a less deep forward fold for me. Relax your neck. It's funny, I was looking at my hands and my neck had tension. Relax your neck into your most fabulous, lovely forward fold. Very nice. We're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. So think of tucking your pelvic girdle under and rolling up your body and roll your shoulders. Oh my goodness. Yes. Find your mountain and breathe. You know, while I was doing it, I didn't realize where I was working so much. I'm going to start having to wear my hair in a ponytail for summertime. Breathe and to be fabulous. The next move, since we're so good at our forward folds right now, is a hip opener. I'm going to face you. You can go to the side so you could look at me sideways like this. Maybe I won't face you. Give yourself at least some blocks. You may want to give yourself even more blocks. You may stack them. We're not going to put a lot of weight on them. Here we are with some blocks and your legs wide. I'm going to face you and show you my wide legs. There's my blocks. Just watch a moment so you can see and you can adjust for you. I'm going to do a squat. I'll get my arms out of the way so you can see. Your hands are wherever you need them to be. I did a squat and then I let my legs straighten up and my body fold over. So you might be holding on to a chair. I'm going to do this chair height with you. You might be right here, forward fold to your chair and do a nice squat, whatever's right for you. Come up to a straight leg. Come down to your bent squat, whatever it is. There is nothing that's right or wrong. Your squat might be right here. Maybe your squat is all the way down to the ground. Your body, your way. I'm going to do my forward fold, relax my upper body, and find my squat my way. Pressing up to my straight legs. Lean your body down wherever you are, on an ottoman, on a block. Breathing your squat, your way, your lift, your way. One last, your squat, your way, and one last, here we are. Now I'm going to flip out my back, take my arms out like an airplane, and as I arise, my buns are really helping me up. So I'm going to do that again. I have my wide stance. Give you a little diagonal view so you can see. Airplane down, down, as far as you go. Up to your full stance. This movement, swan dive, that's what they call it. Swan dive down with a flat back first, then a rounded back end hang with your legs, lift with your back, flat back, and a rise. This is fabulous for your butt, your back. One more time. Swan dive, flat back, round over, there. Go back to your flat back using your back muscles. Rise using your buns. Let's come up for a shoulder roll. Say thank you to your body. Beautiful. Very nice. Let's take a moment and enjoy a little Warrior Two. Now, the reason I'm thinking of Warrior Two is I've got buns on the brain today. And Warrior Two is a stance that works the buns on the front leg, the bent leg. When you're in your Warrior Two, you step out with a bent leg, knee always behind the toe. You step out with your back leg. You may be much wider than I, and you let your arms arise. Are they as nearly in line as your body will do? My arm tends to creep forward, so I intend to go back. It includes a rotation in the spine, an opening of the shoulders. Yours looks fabulous in the Zoom room. Good job. Breathing. Now, feel this front leg. Feel how your thigh is working. Your butt should be engaged if you have a pelvic tilt. Very nice. Let's lean on down, and come on up. Right, here we go. So it's just open chest, flat hands forward, and here we are. And one last, lean on down, lean on down. Now let's turn this into our side angle. This arm is going to come, this hand's going to hold on. This arm is going to come over. Oops, let me look. We're both doing it just a little bit. Open that shoulder. It might be just a little in, or I could be projecting. Breathing, breathing. Oh, let this come around. Now I want to add another dimension. This comes around to the thigh and bun. I'm giving a tiny little bend, less bend. bend in the front leg. Less bend right here. Is bend. Less bend. One last. Bend. Less bend. Now take your time. And we're going to find our way back up. That's different for different people. Come up to your shoulder roll and breathe and be fabulous. What about our warrior two on this side? It always starts with a mountain. Choose your foot position. Think of your toes. They may never spread. Feel as if they were spreading. Breathing. I started with toe separators at night, and they'd probably be in 20 minutes, and I'd kick them off because they felt miserable. Breathe. And then I let them in until they felt miserable, and oh, we fell asleep. And then I kicked them off. Breathe. Doing this gradually, I found myself waking up with my toe separators in. And I've had a little more separation of my foundation. Your feet are your foundation. Let's step out for a warrior two. Step back, long leg just unlocked. Pelvic tilt. The seat of the pose is the pelvis. This arm and this arm in a line as best your body will do. Breathing. That includes a chest opening, slight rotation in the waist area, gaze over the front arm. Breathe and be. Now I turned my hands forward and leaned. This leg is bent. I just saw in my computer screen. It didn't look like our monitor. It didn't look very bent, but it's bent for me. Tilt over that bent leg. Let this arm come up and body fall and flat and open. One more. Tilt. Tilt as nearly vertical as your body will do with your arms. Come back to horizontal arms. Here we are. One last. Tilt. Spine. Shoulder back. Mind snuck forward. And there we go. Here's our last one. And we're going to hold on to the thigh and head into the side angle. Shoulder back, press, press, breathing. Now, when I say press, I'm pressing my shoulder back, my arm long, breathing. I'm going to mirror. Look at your monitor. You might have your arm all the way out here. If you do, try coming into your side angle with a snuggle in and a slide up. Because I know the people in this room, I've seen their arms from all the way over here instead of way over here. So your body, your way. Appreciate whatever you've got and intend a little more. Now we're going to take this arm, breathe and be, and take it round. Open it up and over. Go ahead, let it roll forward. Open that shoulder. Come on up. Now, when I come forward, I give a little more knee bend. When I come up, I give a little less knee bend. A little more bend, a little less. Breathing. And one last time. And when you come tall, give your best side angle for a moment. And then how are you getting out of it? I don't know, but I'm just walking my feet in. Shoulder rolls. Very nice. We're heading down to the ground. So I'm going to get my block because I will include some warrior. I didn't say that right. I'm going to include some down dogs when I head to the ground. I want you to remember you do not need to head to a block. You might head to a wall. Let's see, is it in the film? Yes, it is. The frame. You might head to a kitchen counter. And for all I know, that might be exactly where I end up. I'm going to have to listen to my body and see what it tells me. So you may have an ottoman, a wall, a counter. Think in your mind what's going to be best for me for a little wall, plank wall action. Mountain. Breathing, choose your foot position. Feel as if your toes were spreading. Feel the pelvic tilt, sternum lift. Shoulder roll up, back and down. Shoulders open, and now I steady myself. Or it's like walking side to side, steady myself. Breathe and be. Excellent. I'm heading into a down dog, so I will start with a forward fold that feels right for me. I cannot resist my halfway up with a flat back. There's three of them right here. Relax that neck down. Then keep the neck neutral as you come halfway up, flat back, and round down. That's for wherever you are. Flat back. If you're up higher, just round your back and flatten your back at whatever angle is right for you. Now I'm heading into my down dog. Feel what might be right for you. Let's start with what I call a short dog. Forward fold, I have no weight on my hands. The short dog, I have weight on my hands. And I want to see how that feels. If it's okay, I might go back a little further. See what your body says. Your down dog, your way. Are you on the kitchen sink? Back of the couch, on a wall? Breathe and be with your down dog. Now I'm going to head to a plank. Shift your feet back. Let your body come over your shoulders. I know my plank requires the kitchen counter. So this would be a kitchen counter dog. Down dog. And here's a kitchen counter plank. Body flat. Your butt's not sticking out. It's not caved in. Are you breathing? Down dog again. This is a hand balance. It is shoulder work. Weight on the knuckle joint of the pointer finger. Here we go to the plank. Your plank your way. Did you drop down to your knees? Did you skip the plank and hang with the dog? Did you switch to a forward fold? Here we go back to down dog. Down dog. And let's all head into our forward fold. Now on the forward fold, breathing. You can come down to your mat or go to your bed any way you want. You could go back to your down dog and drop down to your knees and be in a table. So you choose it. Down dog to a table or forward fold, getting down any way that works for you. When we get down, we're all meeting in a table. Excuse me, being down on my butt, but I have to go get my little cushions. Last week I discovered that with a cushion, I was perfectly fine kneeling on my 3-month-old new knee. So today we're going to enjoy some work in a table. Do you want to do your table standing? Do you have a newer knee replacement than I? Then stand yourself up, put your arms on an ottoman, and do whatever we're doing in a standing position. Are you breathing? Let's think again. Hips point down. Don't let a hip ride up. Let's think again of the gluteus maximus. Here we are. Flex that back foot, neutral neck. Breathing flat back, lift on up. Come on down, lift on up. Come on down. There you go. Lift on up. Where your eye of the elbow. If it's forward, it will be nicer on your shoulders. Let's take this. Instead of lifting up and going down, we're going to lift up and then come down. This includes gluteus medius into the gluteus maximus work. Here we are, up and down, up and out, down. Bit like dragon's tail, except I've taken the cross out to keep focus on the glutes. Take yourself into your table. Enjoy your exhale into a cat. Inhale into your cow, exhale into your cat. Arms up, but nice and long. Straight but not locked. Exhale into your cat. One last cat. Let's find your table. Now weight goes on the other leg. Hip bones stay right down toward the ground. Find your tail outward. And then lift that tail, hip bones down and lower. Lift and lower. Do you feel it in the glutes? And lower. Here's lift. Are you breathing? Lift. Neutral neck and lift. And lower, just two more. And then we're going to take a lift that goes out to the side. Lift and out, lift and center, lift and side, lift and center. There you go. Lift and center, gluteus medius, helping us out. And here we are. And there you go. One last time. Beautiful. Center yourself up. Pay attention to your arms. Do you need to go down lower? Do you need another block to be up higher? Do you want to stand and lean on an ottoman? Because we have another move in this table position. The leg comes out. The leg comes tall. Bend and straighten. Flat back, no arch. Bend and straighten. Get a squeeze of that hamstring. And straighten. It's not weight bearing contraction. It's just a nice little contraction. There you go. Here's two last. Very good, because we're warming up for some fabulous hamstring work. Here's our last one. Of course, we're using our shoulders and arms lovely in this table position for so long. Here we have the leg is out, hips are down. Give the bend and to the straighten. Bend right here. When I do my bend, I give a squeeze and a release. Give a squeeze and a release. Here is a squeeze. Arms are as long as your body does, but don't lock them. One last squeeze and release. Fabulous. Now, sit your down. This next move is done on your back. It's such a simple move. When I did it first in PT, I was so surprised. I actually gave myself, because I thought it was nothing, so I did a whole bunch. I gave myself sore muscles on accident. We're going to lay down on the back. You guys are getting the gist lately. When my bones lay down on the mat, I guess I need a fluffier mat. It's uncomfortable, so I'm really moving slow when I roll around on the mat, and that's okay. Body acceptance. Love your body for what it will do, and find yourself down. Breathing. Now I know my mat is in the frame, even though I now am down low and can't see anybody. Breathe and see me wiggling around. I'm rolling my shoulder blades down my back, reiterating my pelvic tilt. Okay, here's the move. Simplest thing in the world. Ground yourself with your palms down if that's okay with you. If you have some type of a shoulder limitation and your body wants to have a block under those palms, be my guest. Now you can feel if you pull your heels in as much as they will and you push up, hang here a minute. It's pulse. Can't you feel you got glutes and front of your thighs working? Let's wear them out. When a little hip pulses up, pulses up. There you go. Pelvic tilt has remained. That's two more just to find the buns and thighs. As we're not working those, I wanted them to know where they were, feel a little spent. Take your heels out, just a little, whatever a little is for you. And press down and pull in. Now my heels actually will slide on my mat. Squeeze them down and pull them in. There you go. I went back out because they slid. I push down and pull in. If your heels aren't sliding, just release. Oh, I have to reiterate my pelvic tilt. Keep the pelvic tilt. Press the heels down. Yeah, I know, that's the butt and thighs. Pull it in. That's the hamstring. Release. Press down. Pull your heels in as if you were going to drag them, and they may indeed drag. And release. Such fabulous hamstring work. Press down. Pull in. Beautiful. Here's one more. Press down. Pull in. Okay, I can't resist putting them together. Can't you see it in your mind? We're up here with our heels down. See how my toes are up in the air? I've got all the weight on my little rubbery heels. I press down. I pull in. Go ahead. Pull in. Pull in. Let pelvic stays tilt. Pull your feet in and let them pull in. Let them pull in to the maximum pulled in they'll do, and set your my mats. My foot's wrinkly, and set your toes down. We can do a push, ground yourself. I might even hold on to my mat some days and lift your hips up. We pulse the hip bones toward the ceiling. Pulse, that pulse. It's buns, it's thighs, some of your hamstring. We did such beautiful hamstring just now. They're all singing. They're all happy. How about two more? Now, if you like that hamstring move, it can be done in bed at night. And let's begin our final stretch with other moves that can be done at bed at night. First, I'm just walking the wrinkles out of my shirt, arranging the softness on my body, comfortable underneath me. Oh, I'm heading toward a knee hug. If a knee hug is available, please do. If a knee hug is not available, put your feet on top of a stack of pillows if you're in bed, or on top of an ottoman if that feels better for you. So each person has whatever is right for them, a knee hug or feet on elevated surface. Drop those knees open. Grace, just a little rock, breathing. Now, if you've done a knee hug, let's head into a happy baby. So I flex my feet and I see, could I hold behind my knees while the happy baby rocks? Could I hold my ankles? Could I hold my feet? It is not a competition. Give your body whatever makes you feel like going like this. Oh, that's great. If you're on the ottoman, rock your knees. Oh, and feel the massage of the sacroiliac. Each person in their happy baby, their way. If you happen to have hold your knees in as mine are, take your legs a little less bent and see how that feels. And rock your baby. Maybe they go more bent. Breathing a little less bent, breathing, being so nice. And after the happy baby or the pillow ottoman rock, each person sets their feet down on their mat or their couch or their bed. I want to do a spinal twist. So I'm going to let my elbows come out right level with my shoulders, if they will. I'm going to put my butt up and just sit down a little one way because I'm going to tip my knees the other way. Are you breathing? I'll start that whole thing again so you can see it. We start with a pelvic tilt, elbows out, arms out, knees. They're just as close as they will go or as far as they want to be. The tush. Curl your knees to where your body will tip over. Do you like your arms to be out? Do you want this arm on the side of the legs to push down? Are you breathing? We're just hanging here. Now, when you're hanging here, do you like to let this leg come long? I'm going back to neutral. Do you like to let the leg come out and push down? I don't. Teeter totter. I'm encouraging you to play. Bent leg, long leg, down leg. Wherever you've been playing, breathing. Now see how this arm was out back and this shoulder was down low. Pull up. Bring your knees over and give yourself a hug. Let this arm come up. This is where I need a block under my head. Many people will just fold this arm and put it under their head. I fear I might be too far off my mat. So here we are. We're just on our side. Come on down long. And let the side of your foot come on down to the ground. Oh, I've done some good iliacus stretches lately. I could touch the ground. Most days I hang here and have to really relax into it before my iliacus up underneath the hip bone stretches. As far as I know, this is the only move I have seen to stretch the iliacus. Everybody else says, reach in underneath your hip bone and press. Excuse me, with my beautiful great belly, I can't reach in anywhere except to my softness. So I was so happy when a physical therapist showed me this move. It's the only one I know. If you know of another one, text me the link. Slide that foot on the ground, go back and stretch that psoas. Oh, yeah. Now, my wall's behind me, so I might have to shift. First, we did the psoas. Give a knee bend and let yourself have the quadricep stretch. I see my quadricep has come up a little. I'm going to just breathe and let it release down as much as it will. If this hip pulls forward, this quadricep and psoas get more stretch. So when I pull on my arm, it pulls my hip forward. Fabulous. Snuggle back up and just removing your pillow, lay right back down on your back. First, we're going to do our rotation. We started with our elbows out, pelvic tilt, arms out. Does your body let you do a knee hug? Or would you like to leave your feet on the ground so you do a knee tip over? But first, if you're doing the feet on the ground, get your butt up and give yourself a little move that away so that you can tip over. Oh, and you see, I did hung it up when I tipped over, but I didn't have to. I might just tip over right here. And I know when I see the people in the actual studio, most people have their knees right together and tip over with their legs right together. Many other people don't. I don't. Intend for this top leg to come over as much as it will. This chest opens up as much as it will. The shoulder with care. Do you need a pillow here or a block? Do you like your arm down? That's a leg. Do you like your leg down? Do you like your leg up and over? Breathing. Your stretch. Your way. We've rotated the spine with care. Now we're going to just lay on our side on the other side. So that arm that's way back there, curl it in, snuggle it in, and get your pillow under your head. Maybe your other arm that's closest to the ground snuggles in and becomes your pillow. Breathing. Here we have. The leg came down. The hips are stacked. This front arm, you might pull it forward enough to help keep the hips stacked. And just breathe and let the side of the foot come onto the ground. Breathing. On this side, you can see my foot isn't coming down to the ground. But if I breathe nicely enough, My kitty cat came over to help me relax. Oh, look, I pet the cat that made my leg go down. Ah, that could be connected. Breathing. Enjoy your iliacus stretch. Long leg. It's not forward, it's not back. Hip, one is right over the other. I will actually rock a little, and I feel my foot wants to come off the ground in one spot, so I hang there till my foot comes on down. And my iliacus has said, thank you very much. So now, long leg back, arm reaches forward for that lovely psoas stretch. The psoas is your filet mignon. It's the muscle, it's the only muscle that connects the top half of your body and the lower half of your body. Your thigh is connected to your spine. No other pelvic girdle muscle breathing and leg muscle or bone connects up into your spine like the psoas does. All righty, Diane, you're going to love this one. Now bend that leg, drop that knee, and enjoy your fabulous, fabulous quadricep and psoas and iliacus stretches. Just breathe into them. Be with them. Hold them longer if you want. Very nice. Whenever you're ready, we'll roll. Whoops, first we curl into the fetal position and then we roll into laying on our backs for our final Shavasana. I know I'm pulling the wrinkles out of my shirt, but I'm also arranging my pelvic tilt, arranging the softness on my back, so everything feels so good. Exhale. Where do you want your hands? Do you want them down, palm up? Do you like them right by your side? I know Suzanne loves her hands right by your side, palm down. Mine won't even go. Vive la différence. Your hands your way. Same with your feet. Reiterate your pelvic tilt first. Put a pillow under your knees if needed. Put the least amount of padding under your knees that you need. Breathing, being. Now, for those who've had knee replacements, it's hard to get your legs straight. So there are times, even though this is Shavasana, that I might actually, oh, this isn't the right one. I have a longer, I might actually push down on my leg, or I have a sweet pillow that weighs like 6 pounds. I might drop that, gently drop that on my thigh. Do whatever I can. If you have a baton, you could push on your thigh to let that leg that doesn't want to straighten have a gentle nudge towards straight. Are you so relaxed? When we sit, we're going to do one more little stretch before our final stretch. So enjoy your last few breaths in Shavasana. And then whenever the time is right for you, find yourself onto your side and then sitting. Some people will get up by rolling onto their belly and pushing up with a flat back into a table. Do what's right for your body. Breathing. I myself, because I'm apple shaped, to lift the heavier part of my body with the lighter part of my leg, I need to have a little oomph and push. Accept your body shape and give yourself whatever you need to get to seated. Oh, but I wanted this. I can't resist showing another leg straightening exercise. By the way, 4 years before I had the knee replacement, this leg all of a sudden wouldn't straightened at all. It's the human body. What can I say? We are so fabulous and so interesting. Take a moment and find your V-sit. Now, I used to say it's fine, go ahead, be kid in the sandbox. Millie, you have to move so I can show my foot. Be kid in the sandbox. Kathy, see, when you do that, your feet come out. I'm going to say put your feet vertical, even if you have to put something under your knees. And then you do the least necessary padding under your knees, keeping your feet up vertical, toes to the ceiling or sky if you're doing this outside. I might, if we get any more materials like refrigerators and cabinets in here, I might have to go work on the back porch. So if I do see you there, I will see you there. See that V-sit, whatever it is for you with your toes up, padding underneath if you need. Wherever you are, you might just press down a little. Now, I know many class members, Diane, Joanne, Kathy, would like to be up against a wall for this, so your back is supported. Please do. So you have your V-sit, freestanding if your spine allows you and your hip flexion allows you to be in this position. Now, again, Millie's right where I want to tell you. I'm going to take a block, putting it over my thigh so I can lean on the leg I'm trying to straighten and press it down. I got to say it this, I've been watching TV like this. By the end of every day, my leg is totally straight, and every morning it won't straighten again. Same thing for bend. I have a fabulous bend by the end of every day, and in the morning it wakes up and it won't bend. And guess what? I'm going to say thank you because it reminds me that during the night, the fascia knit and stiffen up, and every morning we have to stretch what? We have to stretch like a cat stretches. And this is one of my cat stretches. Have you been enjoying your V-sit in whatever way you enjoy? Millie sure has. Now I'm going to do my version of an easy pose, sitting like a kid does cross-legged. It ain't easy at all for me. Breathing. So my leg that doesn't want to bend is going to bend as much as it will. You guys in the studio were with me a few years ago when my leg wouldn't bend, and that's all I had, like a not even 90 degrees. And I called this was my easy pose, and I just went with it. And I intended a little further, and I went with it. I intended a little further, and I went with it. Now, by went with it, now that I'm at my max, let me describe it. No pain, but I can feel almost like a good ache, like a stretch of many things. So I'm going to just go with that and breathe into it. So whether you're in your V-sit or a staff pose or an easy pose where you're pulling yourself up because your spine wants to round, your pose your way for our final thank you to the body. Intend, appreciate, hand over heart center, thank whoever, whatever it is that you believe in. Arms up wherever your arms will go and pat yourself on the back or the chest or the head and say thank you to yourself for bringing yourself to practice today, whether it was with us 10 a.m. on Saturday mornings Eastern time or whether it's on YouTube. And then finally, outstretch your arms as if gathering all the good things to you. Hands pull into heart center. Should you have barely bent wrists, intend toward more bend until you have very bent wrists. And then know that the light in me sees and honors the light in you. On your exhale, lean into whatever stretch is good for you. And right about now, you might turn off the YouTube and just continue into a whole bunch of more stretches that intuitively your body knows. I actually have to make a video of intuitive stretching for Lisa and Mary, a lot of other people. Sometimes I feel like romper room when I'm talking to you guys by name. Lisa and Mary. I gotta get a big romper room thing to look through. Anyway, I digress. Stretch any way you want once you're so melted from practice. Jump up and go have a busy day. Or lay down on your bed with a blankie and have a nap. I myself am going to get up a way that I can get up with no more than a 90-degree bend on this leg. I've demonstrated it before. I'll show it each time. I'm working on other ways, but for right now, this is my safest. Last time on camera, I tried another way. I fell and rolled and demonstrated that. What I'm going to do is come up on this knee, and if you have challenges on both knees, give yourself a padding on this knee. By the way, when I'm doing things in the garden out in my studio, which has a cement floor, I keep one of these handy so I can always kneel on a soft surface. Now notice this knee's just 90 degrees. My back foot pushes off as I put some weight into my hands. And here I am in a way that I can stand. All right. I've got glasses over here so I can find out how to turn off the recording. But I cannot do that until I say thank you. If it were not for you, I may not have moved today, and I feel so much better. Remember all my aches and pains? I have none, not a one, anywhere, not even in my knee replacement. I wish the same to you. All right, let me find the stop recording. I've almost got it. Yes. Bye, guys.